G'day. In about the past 6 months, I've owned three different 3060 RTX 3060 laptops, and all of them are paid typically between about $1,300 up to I think $1,700 was the most that I paid. This is all talking in Australian dollars here. And my most recent one that I purchased was the Acer Nitro 5 with a 10300H RTX 3060, and that particular one was $1,298 on special. And it lingered at that price for a bit over a month. And I've noticed the trend that since the 3050s have come out, all the 3060 laptops have all been bumped up at least $300 to $400 compared to where they were sitting previously. So in the past, I've purchased the Acer Nitro 5. Before that was the MSI GF65 Thin, and before that was the Gigabyte G5. And all three of those laptops are under $1,700, all with i5s. And I've noticed the current trend is that with the release of the 3050 4 gig models, essentially all those laptops there that I've just listed have all been pushed up a minimum of $200 up to about $300 in price. The other thing that I've noticed is in the exact price point they previously were, that they've now slotted the 3050 in at that price range. So the Acer Nitro 5 that I previously got for $1,300 has now been essentially the same specs, maybe with the 11th gen Intel processor as opposed to having the 10th gen. So it is bumping it up from a quad core to a 6 core, but then it's pairing it with the lesser 3050. And it's basically rocking out at the same price, which for me I see it as a huge performance downgrade, as the 3050s I haven't really had much hope or actually any confidence in them of being a decent product, especially with that 4 gig of VRAM, which is going to restrict pretty much most games that you try and play, unless they're esports games. So the RTX factor I see on that is more so for DLSS and the other RTX features like the audio cleaning program. I can't remember what that one's called, but I'm imagining it's more for that purpose, more so than just straight up ray tracing. The other trend that I've noticed is I've been trying to pick up another 3060 laptop. Been looking everywhere to see if I can find them on special, second hand, anywhere for under about, let's say, $1,700. Everywhere that I've looked, I can't really find them, apart from the older Nitro 5 that I previously mentioned, which being I just got rid of that, I'm not really wanting to buy another one as it's kind of pointless. I already know what it's like. I've already reviewed it. I've already showed you guys my thoughts on it. As I'm buying these each time independently, I'm not getting a review sample, I'm just spending my own money and then reselling it after I've finished with it. There's not much point getting a product I can't review. So the one I've been looking at is the ROG Strix, and pretty much the ones that I'm seeing that are falling under $2,000 are all 3050s. Doesn't matter if they're an AMD based CPU or an Intel one, doesn't matter if it's a 10th gen, 11th gen, all of them are coming out with the 3050s at that price point. If I do want to pick up a 3060, I pretty much have to spend around $2,200 Australian. Not sure what that translates over to the US dollars, but it definitely sucks. At this point in time, I'm almost tempted to try and push it a little bit further and try to get up to a 100 watt 3070 in there instead. Granted, I'll probably end up spending about nearly $2,500 for that particular machine, which is a tad disappointing, as I only really want to step to the 3060, which shouldn't really be only $200 difference between the two. But when the starting price of it's that high, then it's pushing you towards the much more expensive product anyway. So, yeah, they're my thoughts on this current price predicament. Yes, GPU shortage, yes, silicon shortage, yes, increased material cost, but I find it crazy that these chips for the laptops have gone up so dramatically. Granted, the desktop side has, so it shouldn't really shock me, but it certainly seems to be that laptop manufacturers are passing on the buck. The other thing that may be equated there is, as you've probably seen on my channel, crypto, being that these machines seem to be relatively decent at mining. Granted, they are only 6 gig, not 12 gig like the desktop variety, but the mining capabilities of these laptops is definitely there. And if you manage to get them like the Acer Nitro 5 for 1,300 Australian dollars, and you've been mining on it ever since, with the Ethereum price going back up, you're definitely probably going to be getting a decent return on investment on that machine compared to where it was originally forecast it was going to be. So I definitely could see a lot of mining companies are moving their operations from the from the actual graphics cards to laptops that do only have 180 watt power bricks with them. So the power efficiency is definitely there. And then also the resellability straight after that, once they're done with the machines. Granted, it's producing a crazy amount of e-waste, but that seems to be the world at the moment. So yeah, it definitely sucks. I'm definitely trying to keep my eye out for a ROG Strix laptop, as I have been a fan of them in the past. I've never owned one. I want to own one just to see what it's like, see if I like it, dislike it. Also looking out for potentially a HP Omen running a 5600X or 5600H and a 3060. That's the configuration I would like to try next. I'm not sure if I can get my hands on it at the price I want to spend, but I guess I'll see what comes up. Anyway, that's a bit of my rambling regarding the 3050s pushing up the price of the 3060 laptops. Anyway, that will do, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.